Hi, I'm Matt from Parksure Insurance. We get a lot of people inquiring for cover on parks that are near water, rivers and lakes. It's perhaps not surprising as humans we're drawn to water naturally as it's a lifeline. Water means life is the saying. And having a park home or a holiday home near a river or the sea can be beautiful. But what about the flood risk? And that is what this top tip is about. Generally what happens is that we get inquiries from people who have already bought their park home or holiday home on a park, and we're often the first ones to inform them that the park is in a flood risk area. Not surprisingly, the client is disappointed, often angry, and takes it out on us as we're the first to give them the bad news. Quite often the client will buy the home without getting a survey or even a solicitor involved, and sometimes they buy without any due diligence at all. You'd be amazed at how many people do not ask the simple question, does the park or has the park ever flooded? So no wonder they're upset when we point out their mistake. But all this can be avoided if you carry out some basic due diligence. Firstly, don't let the prospect of the idyllic park home or holiday home living blind you. Get a solicitor involved. These are not small amounts of money you're talking about, and the solicitor will check everything is above board. He will also confirm whether the park is the correct one for the type of living you are thinking of doing. We have numerous inquiries from clients for a residential quote that are actually living on a holiday park. But that is another top tip, which I've already answered under thinking of living in a holiday home. Basically, don't do it. Secondly, get a survey. The solicitor will more than likely insist on this, but if not, it's best to get one anyway to check for hidden problems, not only flooding, but subsidence and other perils as well. Do your own research. Check the park out online. Ask people on the park. Call the council or the local environmental agency. And finally, don't take it out on us. We're trying our best to look after you and your best interests. Hence why we're doing these top tips. So when we tell you your home or the home you're thinking of buying is in a flood risk area, take it on board. Remember, it's not always about the risk of your home getting flooded, and sometimes it won't be the park that's actually at risk of getting flooded, but the surrounding area. This may sound like it should not be a problem, but as some people found out during the floods of 2007, your home may not have flooded, but you won't be able to leave to pick up supplies, and some people couldn't actually make it back to their home due to the roads being flooded. You may still have to claim even if the home itself hasn't been flooded. There may be disruption to your utilities, gas and electric, the freezer contents may be ruined. You may even have to claim for alternative accommodation costs if you can't actually get home until the flooding dies down. It's for this reason that sometimes an insurer will refuse to cover you due to being in a flood area, even if your home is on top of a hill and very, very unlikely to flood. Occasionally we will get people who are willing to risk not having flood cover in order to get the risk on cover. But this should be avoided at all possible. I've dealt with too many claims that should not and could not have possibly happened to recommend anything other than full cover. Insurers like to offer full cover, especially ours, so they don't like excluding flood if they can help it. Sometimes they would rather not quote at all, knowing that you should be able to obtain full cover elsewhere. It's in your best interest. Remember, not all insurers have the same underwriting criteria or attitude to flood risk. So whereas one insurer may not quote, another probably will. You just might end up paying more for it. And that's it. Call us to discuss this or to obtain an insurance quotation, hopefully with flood cover, on free phone 0800 731 9583 or visit us at www.parksure.com.